ICAST 2019 here, Bassmaster Facebook page. We're with Hunter Shryock, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro, in the Pure Fishing booth. Hunter, day one of ICAST. What are some of the expectations? Some fans don't know what's going on at ICAST because it's not open to the public, but you get to pull back the veil and show some new things that you're excited about for 2019.
Absolutely. You know, us anglers, a couple of us got here a few days beforehand and at the Abu Garcia booth right now, and talking about the new Abu Garcia EXD. This is the extreme casting distance reel, and we actually had a competition yesterday.
Yes, you did well. How well did you do?
I actually was fortunate enough to win, so I'll take it. You know, it's the first win of the season, so, you know, if it's a casting competition, these guys are so competitive, but, you know, showing off this reel, we were casting to targets anywhere from 70 to 100 yards, and we're having to hit a 10 by 10 square at that distance. So we all looked at it before we was actually going to start the competition. We're like, you guys are going to have to bring that in, but this reel is exceptionally well when it comes to casting distance, so we're really excited about that. And just being here at ICAST, you know, you get to see a lot of people and mingle with all the new products and everything, so super excited.
We're excited to be here. I don't get to see you out. I get to see you on the Elite Series, but you don't get to see me, so I'm glad to be here as well. When you won that competition yesterday, donated $1,000 to your charity of your choice, St. Jude, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So cool thing by Abu, a little extra incentive that if we won the event, we got to pick our charity and donate $1,000 to them. So St. Jude's Children's Hospital is what I picked. So awesome to win that and donate to them. But, you know, it's even better just to kind of beat these guys because it was really fun. 8 competitive anglers and beat them all. So
I'm very impressed. Hey, I never doubt Hunter Shryock, but I didn't know that you could cast that far because you're never that far away from your target. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if Hunter Shryock could pick, he's going to be that 10, 15-foot flip rather than a 70-yard cast.
I kind of surprised myself because at heart I'm a flipper. So, but that just shows you how well the EXD can do. And, you know, just having a lot of fun with it. That's what ICAST is about, being able to see all the products, being able to see everyone. And, yeah, we're super stoked about it.
So a little over halfway for the Bassmaster Elite Series season. I think 6 events in the books. We've got 3 more plus AOY. How excited are you for one to catch smallmouth? You're an Ohio guy. You've cut your teeth flipping and pitching and catching largemouth, but you're a smallmouth guy notoriously, like, you know, that's where you grew up. So St. Lawrence River, we'll have some grass mixed into Cayuga. Then we'll be able to come down for a tougher event, maybe Fort Gibson, one that you probably comfortable with because qualifying from the Opens, fishing Douglas, those other types of lakes in the fall. Yeah. So what are you kind of looking at before we make it to AOY Championship? Because you're sitting right there in that classic cut line.
Yeah, we had this year's been a great year. Besides two tournaments out of the 6 that I've had that went really well, or 2 that I did really poorly in. But besides that, it's been a great year. Looking forward to that northern swing, going up to the St. Lawrence River, and it's no surprise that smallmouth's going to be the deal. But I'm kind of really leaning on Cayuga as well because big largemouth, butterball, and they're going to be in grass, offshore predominantly. But you can catch them in a foot of water all the way out to 20 foot of water. It's been proven there time and time again. So excited about that. And then you talk about Gibson being a tough event. You got to remind yourself that I am from Ohio, so I'm used to catching like 8 to 10 pounds and winning a tournament, being stoked about catching 8 to 10 pounds. So to me, Gibson doesn't really seem like a tough tournament just because I'm used to getting 5 bites a day, and I think that's what it's going to be. And the thing about Gibson, though, is it has big fish. Like I pre-fished there before Grand Lake last year and ended up having a 26-pound bag. That was in the springtime, but the place has got them. So, you know, don't kid yourself. Someone's going to catch them big there, and it should be a good event.
Well, and you never know with the postponement of it. We don't want to talk too much about it, but really high water. Yep. And it's not like the water all of a sudden is out of there. It's still high, and so it's not going to be like a normal fall time deal. It could be like a late summer. It could be, it could be totally different based on what the weather gives us. But talking about Winyah, one of your best finishes of the year, you're talking about how important 5 bites are at times, like Fort Gibson might be. Winyah Bay, you lived that. The lone guy to do well in the Santee River, maybe the only guy that spent all of your time up there. What was that like, for one, making that risk reward, the not playing it safe, but not making a super long run, and then also just every time you got a good one, gave you probably a feeling that this is the right thing to do. I just need a couple more bites.
Right. That event set up, so it was such a niche event, meaning like the way that water was coming up, there wasn't a whole lot of history besides what we had already done there in the past. And I knew just from that the big fish lived up that river, right? But the thing was, with it rising, everything was changing, but there was always that possibility that, you stumble into something that's just like, well, this wasn't supposed to be this way, but it is for these couple days, and you may never see it again. That's what I was kind of leaning on. It worked out the first day, but obviously as the event went on, the water just got too high to kind of keep finding them bites. But yeah, it was a great event, super comfortable with just getting a couple bites, or, looking for 5 bites a day. So, like I said, that just kind of comes from my grassroots of fishing in Ohio, not having a lot, just fishing in Lake Erie, catching giant smallmouth, but grinding it out as well. But that was a super fun event. You got to go for it and things like that, because like I said, it could have been on the opposite end where everything went my way. It did the first day, but just didn't do it the rest. But it's still fun.
So, talking to Hunter Shryock here, ICAST 2019 in Orlando. A lot of new products unveiled. We've talked about your season so far. I want to talk about your career in general, getting here. We posted your Dream Big, that 1-minute piece, kind of just encapsulating what it's been like to be Hunter Shryock over the last couple of years. You've been one of the mainstays at the Opens. I mean, a couple of years you were just top 10 and top 10 and top 10 and so close to the Classic. After qualifying and becoming an Elite Series Pro, you're still looking for that Classic. Last year, was your first year. This is your second year on the Elites. What would it mean to you? We got a couple events left. You're in that Classic cut to make your first ever Classic and have it on a lake like Guntersville, one that you just fished a couple of weeks ago.
I had lived this dream of fishing the Classic from basically 2013, where I've had an opportunity from Lake Erie. So many different opportunities and chances to get to the Bassmaster Classic, and that's what we all fish for, right? That's what everybody wants to get to, the Super Bowl of bass fishing. And now, sitting in the points, good enough, we're right on the edge of being in the Classic cut, and that's the goal, right? We have to make it there, and that's what I'm shooting for. And just got to get, basically, my goal is 1 to 2 top 10s. Obviously, we all want to win, right? But I think 1 top 10, and hoping to do that at either St. Lawrence, Cayuga, and then just get a check on the way out, and that should solidify me. But I still get goosebumps just sitting here talking about it, to have the opportunity to do it, because before just fishing the Opens, the opportunity was only through winning, right? So now it's through the point system of the Bassmaster Elite Series, and finishing in the top 40, and we're right there on the cut line, and looking forward to it.
So before we leave you, we're going to talk to Hunter about a couple things he's looking forward to. You're in the Pure Fishing booth right now. We talked about the new reel that's going to help casting distances. What are some maybe other technologies? We know this is the year of the trolling motor. There's a lot of trolling motor coming out. If you've got to take a look at one of those yet, and then also any baits, any soft plastics that you're excited about, that's your style, power fishing, flipping, any top waters, flipping kind of things that you're excited about?
The bait, the one of the things I want to look at personally is a new Ghost trolling motor from Lowrance, because that looks amazing. I've seen all the content, but we actually have a meeting today to learn more about it, so I'm excited about that. And to be honest, I haven't got to check out all the Berkley soft plastics yet. But the one thing I do want to talk about is, when can we get Ronnie Moore back on a camera boat? Back on a camera boat, because me and him go way back to the point that, if he's taking photos of me, I think I might get my first win this season. Can we work that out? Okay, we're going to work that out to where we can get Ronnie back taking photos, because 2017, we had 3 events that you were taking photos, and 3 events that I almost won.
Hey, I'll promise you this. I don't know. We got the boss man behind us. If you make the final day at Fort Gibson, I will drive 3 hours over there from the studio on the final day to take photos of you.
Everybody's seen it.
You've seen it there.
Seen it right there.
ICAST 2019, Hunter Shryock, one of the rising stars of the Elite Series, having a great year so far, on pace to make the Classic. And hey, we're halfway through the season, but we get to recharge our batteries here at ICAST. We're in the Pure Fishing booth. Check out Bassmaster Social for more videos coming up, and then also check out Hunter Shryock, all the other Elite Series pros, and their content from their sponsor booths.